The keys, 6 points apiece for Thornton. For St. Joseph's, Musacchio with 5, but Gerald Aker has definitely been a force. And he picks up the loose ball. The outlet to Wardlaw. Wardlaw, scoop shot is good. I'll tell you what, Ahmad Fields tried his best to block that ball, and Wardlaw changed his shot.
There's a block.
And the ball put back in by Allen.
Gerald Aker with 4 blocks early on here. Wardlaw is fouled in the front court. Boy, is he quick and agile. You were mentioning his ability to hit that layup a minute ago, adjusting it in midair.
Yeah, he's quite a ball player.
Foul is called on Floyd Coleman, number 22. John Musacchio, you see in your picture, number 20, about to inbound.
Bounce pass into Brooks. Now Wardlaw. Boy, he is so quick. Tried to dish it to Brooks and the ball came loose. Wardlaw regains, looks off the defender and scores.
He had Gerald Aker waiting there. I think Thornton was more worried about the slam dunk, and Wardlaw split him for the layup.
2016, Michael Allen from 5 feet, good.
Michael Allen has hit his last 4 shots after kind of a tough start.
And the steal for Floyd Coleman. Coleman goes in, lost control. Credit Musacchio with outstanding defense.
Coleman was going to readjust the layup, and Musacchio cut off the pass. And there was nowhere to go. Coleman had to come back down with it. There's nothing to do with the ball. St. Joseph has it.
Well, that was a little bit of a collision, and Michael Allen is going to pick up his 2nd foul.
It's 20-18 St. Joseph. We played 1:15 of the 2nd quarter, and boy, has this game picked up.
This is excellent basketball. And that's an excellent basketball player. Wardlaw rolls it in, and he has got 9 points.
All 6 of St. Joseph's points here in the 2nd quarter as well.
And is it me, or was that ball helped a little bit by Ahmad Fields? I don't know.
Looked like he was going to touch the ball. I'm not sure he did, though.
Kevin McGee was no good. Wardlaw again.
Well, this is why St. Joseph likes transition. One reason, Thaddeus Wardlaw.
24-18, St. Joseph's. Allen, a long 3, no good. The ball loose on the floor, still loose. And Norris White got tangled up with Brooks. The jump ball called, and St. Joseph's will have possession.
Sam Camelli is going to bring back Jasmine Bradford into his lineup. As St. Joseph rushing it up and down the floor, and they built a 6-point lead because of that.
You know, you talk about players being active. Everybody on that court is active. Nice feed, Musacchio into Brooks, and Brooks draws the foul. And that's something already that St. Joseph's excels at, is looking off the defense and finding the open man inside. It's something that, again, is fundamental basketball, but a lot of teams really don't practice it.
That helped a lot by the athleticism and smarts of 2 players. Wardlaw able to shake his defender, set it up, then hit Musacchio free at the 3-point arc. Defender went out to cover him, left Brooks open underneath, and Brooks gets the foul on the attempted layup.
James Brooks, senior forward. 2nd one is good. 6 points for Brooks. The only starter for St. Joseph's yet to scratch the score sheet is Molis. And that's a walk, folks. Jasmine Bradford palmed the basketball, and another turnover. It's an 26-18 lead, I should say, for St. Joseph's. And Thaddeus Wardlaw looking over the situation, finds Brooks, and Brooks can't hit the shot. And Aker off the glass and good. Gerald Aker with 6 points, and those long arms of his managing to keep the ball alive.
Thornton extending the 2-3 zone. I would expect Aker to get more opportunities.
Well, Michael Allen gets an opportunity to stick home a 3, and he does. 13 for Allen. 28-21.
That's his second three-point attempt. The other one was from Hillside, about 30 feet out.
Brooks doesn't have the shot. Gives it to Aker. Back outside. They work it around to Molis. Back into Aker. Aker up with the shot. All net. He doesn't even bother hitting the rim. He just gets nothing but net. 8 points for Aker. 9-point lead for St. Joseph's. Up and good for Jasmine Bradford. Those are his first 2 points of the night. 30-23.
You know, you can see why Ohio State's interested in Aker.
Oh, they're going to love that guy. A steal for Coleman. And Coleman jams it. Holy cow.
Aker combines the skill of a big man, or the skill of a small player with the size of a big man. Well,
and Floyd Coleman that time got a little bit too showboatish, if there is such a word. Throws the ball away. And boy, Floyd Coleman, you talk about athleticism.
Tomahawk dunk.
4:09 remaining first half.
Well, if you saw Floyd Coleman on the football field playing quarterback for a state champion Thornton team 2 years ago, you know he's a great athlete. He just proved it again.
Musacchio for three, rimming no good. Rebound to Ahmad Fields. And now Michael Allen trots it across the timeline for the purple-clad Wildcats. Allen goes coast to coast. 15 for Allen.
Only Chris Collins of Glenbrook North has scored more points this season in the Chicago area than Allen.
Allen almost came up with the steal, out of bounds, and then he throws a beeline to one of the officials.
Not only almost came up with a steal, but almost sent his coach Sam Camelli into the third row.
Boy, you could just tell Allen right now is so pumped.
Yes.
He couldn't contain himself as he gave the ball back to the official. Up and good for number 35, Rodney Horton. First points off the bench for the Chargers. And they're back to a 5-point lead, 32-27. Bradford no good. Rebound Musacchio. Ahead to Wardlaw. What will he do this time? No good. Aker the rebound. Jump ball called as he was tied up by Obiah Fields. And Thornton takes the basketball on possession. Gerald Aker wants the basketball, and that's something a lot of big men fall short. And Aker wants that ball at all times. Allen from way out. The ball saved into Allen.
Great save by Allen. The player who threw the ball back inbounds.
It was Idris White.
Number 41, Idris White. But Allen made a great one-handed save as the ball was heading past him. He was able to corral it, and then the foul.
White checks out of the ball game, and back in is Floyd Coleman. The free throw up and good by Michael Allen. Second one is there. Not often you see 17-point halves in high school ball, and I'll tell you what, Allen is not finished. 32-29. Brooks lost control for a moment. Wardlaw to Musacchio, inside to Aker. Aker triple teamed and hacked. And that's what you have to do because he's so quick and so smart inside, always knowing what to do with the basketball. That's sometimes the only way you can stop him.
Well, Thornton's going to play a gambling defense as we get a good look at Gerald Aker. The senior standout, 6'11", heading for Ohio State next year. You know, you see a lot of good big men who dominate in high school, but this is the kind of player you can see is going to have a shot at really contributing in college because he can do so many things on so many parts of the floor.
You know, and right now maybe the only thing that he is lacking is a little bulk. But when he gets to Ohio State, they're going to work on that, and this guy is going to be a force. Lazy bounce pass, lucky that it reached Coleman, and Coleman can't hit the shot. Rebound, Rodney Horton. Ahead Brooks. Brooks to Wardlaw.
Oh, look at that.
And Wardlaw thought Horton was going to continue driving up the court, and he didn't. He pulled up, and the pass goes out of bounds.
Wardlaw danced between three Thornton players, really had him beat. And then looked to dish off to Thornton, and that's where the trouble began. 2:04 left in the half.
This will be a three if it goes, and it does for Floyd Coleman. 11 points for Coleman. It's back to a three-point game, and Thornton hanging very, very tight. Masaccio, this will be a two. It's short. Rebound Brooks. Off the glass and good. Nice job by James Brooks getting position on the offensive glass. My, oh my.
Boy, Floyd Coleman has missed no more than one or two shots tonight.
You know, that shouldn't be a three. That should be a four.
Boy, are we seeing some good basketball.
Wardlaw loses the ball, regains on the dribble. Finds Aker cutting, turnaround, good. They turned a potential disaster into a beautiful play, and it's back to a 4-point game.
That's a young man, Aker, who didn't even start playing basketball until the 9th grade.
Well, I know that Gerald Aker is a very intelligent young man, but there's one word he just hasn't learned yet: miss.
You mentioned earlier, I don't think he's touched the rim with a shot yet.
No, he hasn't.
Nothing but net.
Absolutely not. Well, needless to say, Thornton is going to go for the last shot. Ahmad Fields over to Coleman. Look for them to start the offense at about 10 seconds. Right now we're at 15. And now down to 10 seconds, and there they go. Well, he'll say that was a pass. Looked like a shot to me, the ball loose, and Brooks runs out of time. What a great first half of basketball, brought to you right here on Continental Cablevision. The fans appreciate it.
Fortunately, Gerald did not have an interest in basketball when he was in grammar school. He played soccer. And then what happened is he went to his 8th year. He took a sudden growth spurt, and then the decision became, well, do you want to use this and play basketball? And he did, and it's turned out very well for him.
The recruiting process is a pretty rigorous one, I would imagine, for any family. And this past year, from talking to you, Gerald received a lot of offers. Could you fill us in on the average week for you, how many contacts you'd have and how you managed to allot the time between school and interviews and even practice?
That was a definite challenge in terms of for Gerald as well as the family. What we managed to do was, during the course of his junior year, I would say on a daily basis, got about 7 or 8 calls a night. And what we agreed on was that I would screen for him, give him a chance to find out who's calling him, make the contacts in terms of saying, yes, I'm talking to the coach. I know what coach is associated with what school. But I would talk to the coach in order to get the detailed information and let George just do more of a hello and yes, I'm interested, and what is it that you're offering in terms of how you're going to use me to play basketball.
And talk a little bit about Gene Pingator, the coach of St. Joseph, who has had a lot of experience with matters such as this with Isaiah Thomas and Daryl Thomas among 10s or 20s of players who have come through St. Joseph and moved on to college. Talk about his role in this decision.
He was very instrumental in the recruiting process. What we did up front was we identified a circle in terms of who would actually participate in the recruiting, and Gene Pingator is pretty much the center, the hub of that circle. And what he was able to let us know in terms of his experience was, this is what we should and should not do to make this a little bit easier road for us. We also included my older son in the process, who's a very good basketball player. Not to brag on my sons here, but what David was able to do was talk to Gerald in terms of the sport itself. Coach Pingator was able to give him a lot of insight in terms of the school and the coaches in regards to their reputation and how they handle their players. And that really helped us with the recruiting process.
What finally brought it down to Ohio State? What was it about Ohio State that really made the decision for him?
Very rough decision. Basically, what Gerald did was he took the advice of his circle, and we brought it down to about 9 schools. And Gerald thought to himself, what am I willing to do in terms of travel? Do I want to be far away from home or not? Is this school going to give me the academic structure that I'm looking for? He wanted that sound background. He also was looking to see how he would pair up with the team, because that's very important. You want to make sure that you do fit in with the school itself when it comes to the sport, which for Gerald is basketball. But then he also, I think the final decision had a lot to do with the coaches too. He wanted to be able to say, I feel comfortable with this school as well as with the coach. And once he came out with that decision, I knew that Gerald had made a definite decision, that he was comfortable with it.
Tell us a little bit how basketball has affected Gerald, his life outside of the court, and as a person. Obviously, it is bringing great rewards to him as he will be going on to college to continue in the second quarter, starting the second half and unable to handle that pass. So Michael Allen, the big story for Thornton, he has 17 points. Floyd Coleman, his teammate, now with the ball, has 14. He's number 22. They have scored 31 of Thornton's 34 points. Hands to Allen, it's poked away. Musacchio adding to the steal, and Wardlaw lays it in.
Well, St. Joseph's picking up right where they left off defensively, and the way that they adjust and they switch defensively is just outstanding.
Wardlaw has 13 points, almost all of them off transition. Allen around and out, wouldn't go. Rebound followed up, no good by Obaya Fields, and he was fouled.
Well, it's unfortunate for St. Joseph's because on those rare occasions that you get Allen to miss, you'd like to get the rebound, but Obaya Fields did a nice job of getting position. He wins a trip to the free throw line.
Fields, a 6'2 junior, and that's one thing that Sam Camelli of Thornton, the coach, has talked a lot about this week coming into the game. He has just 2 seniors on the roster, Floyd Coleman and Kevin McGee. Everyone else is a junior. Fields 1 of 2, and it's 40-35. St. Joseph leads by 5. Thornton showing a 1-2-2 zone opening the third quarter. Akers setting up in the center. Brooks comes back to Wardlaw into the lane, dishes back. Musacchio, Horton missed from the baseline, tipped around, and Thornton has it. Coleman catches in the front court, drives on Musacchio and hits again. Boy, we talked about Gerald Aker hitting nothing but nylon all night. I don't think Coleman has missed very often.
No, he really hasn't, and the thing that impresses me about Floyd Coleman is he likes a certain spot on that court from the wing, and he finds that spot and he doesn't hesitate. He just takes this shot and hits. It's a fluid motion.
That has been his spot. He also hit a long three-pointer. Musacchio misses. Aker misses the second try. Ball loose on the floor, and St. Joseph will get it back. Wardlaw, Musacchio. Haven't seen Derek Molis, number 15, in a long time.
Gerald
Joseph.
I'm sorry, Dave. Gerald Aker a few moments ago was motioning, dying for the alley-oop, and they just didn't do it.
Horton from long range misses again, out of bounds, and Thornton will have it. St. Joseph, I believe, has missed their last 4 shots of the half since Wardlaw hit a layup on the second possession.
You know, I appreciate their talents, and so does that young man appreciate their talents from the outside, but when you have somebody like Aker, you try to get it inside a little bit more and see if he might not be able to put some points on the board. Another thing that Aker can do is if they try to double team him, then he can distribute the basketball and find the open man, but you don't want to force it up.
Allen right past Musacchio, but can't connect. Boy, Fields stole the rebound from Aker, and Allen hit. Obaya Fields doing a great job on the offensive glass, and he fed Allen for the short jumper. So Thornton is within a point, 40-39, 5:29 left, third quarter.
I'll tell you who else is doing a good job. That's the officials tonight.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. We've had very few, if any, complaints.
And the reason I say that is because there's been some bumping inside, sure, but
Coleman, boy, that one, a rainbow shot, but he missed it. Followed up and blocked by Aker, a Fields attempt. Allen gets the layup, and Thornton getting the loose balls.
What a feed by Obaya Fields, just a great look.
Obaya Fields has 1 point in this quarter. It's 41-40, Thornton with the lead back. Fields with 1 point, but he's contributed to 6. Aker with a short jumper. Aker has 14, leading scorer on St. Joseph, and the Chargers back in front by 1. Coleman had it blocked. Never got the shot off, and Anthony Winburn, the 6'5 junior, has it up court quickly to Brooks.
Oh, yeah. You know, what Brooks did that was so good in going in is he knew he had the angle, he knew he had the shot, and he drew the contact. And that's something that good offensive players know how to do, is draw that contact and win the trip to the line. Heads-up play.
Well, he used his body exceptionally well, and he did that in the first half on one occasion to set up a three-point play. He finishes this one, and it's 45-41. St. Joseph, which trailed by a point a few moments ago, leads by 4. And Derek Molis is checked back into the game, number 15.
Molis, the only one of the starters on either team yet to score.
He averages 10 points a game also.
Boy,
Coleman.
oh boy.
All but 5 points have been scored by either Michael Allen or Floyd Coleman. Coleman has 18, Allen 21 for Thornton.
You know, it's such a pleasure to see a good shooter in such a rhythm as Coleman and Aker are today.
Aker spins and can't get the roll. Obaya Fields doing a nice job inside with that rebound.
And I think that might be his first miss of the game. Second
Allen for 3 is short. Aker has the rebound. Musacchio was right in his face on that one. Wardlaw, boy, what an athlete. His father, Clarence, played Big Ten basketball in Iowa, and Thaddeus is quite a player himself. What do you say about Floyd Coleman? Speaking of quite a player. 47-45, St. Joseph by 2. Ball never touches the ground. Aker. Good passing. They finally set up Aker, and he has 16.
You know, I'm just thinking, even my wildest Nerf basketball dreams, I couldn't shoot like this.
Coleman readjusted the shot. Fields on the glass, missed it. Aker forced that miss and then got the rebound. Wardlaw into the front court. Brooks laid it in, and he was pushed from behind. No foul called.
You want to know how to run a 2-on-1, folks? That is the perfect example. Wardlaw waited until the last moment when the defender had committed himself, and then he found Brooks, who continued to run the lane. Just outstanding execution.
Brooks with 13. He got a little push on the play, but no foul was called. That push after the shot really didn't have much effect, and now Brooks poking it out of bounds.
And that's why I made the comment before that I like the officiating, because when you get two teams that are good teams running up and down the court, there's bound to be some bumps, there's bound to be some physical play, and as long as you let these guys play, they are able to maintain themselves as the focus. The officials are not why these people came, and that's certainly not the way the officials are going tonight. They're doing a great job.
Both teams are going to have to depend on their benches, I would think, more in the second half. Allen with a shot, it will not count, but boy, what a great shot it was. He was fouled before the shot. That one called on John Musacchio. Musacchio, another superb student here at St. Joseph High School, and quite a basketball player as well. Allen, boy, that was a difficult shot, to say the least. St. Joseph has the rebound. Trying to find Aker. He's double teamed underneath. They've got a one-man fronting Aker and another one behind him. They're going to prevent that pass as best they can. It's Thornton. There's Molis for 3.
Well, that's why it's so important to have a guy like Molis hitting those three-pointers, because you can front him and you can double team him all you want, but as long as you've got the outside game working, you're going to hurt him one way or the other.
It's 54-45. St. Joseph has built the biggest lead of the night of 9. And boy, we finally have a chance to catch our breath, as it's been back and forth most of this third quarter.
Well, again, the thing that impresses me so much about this game is just how well coached both of these teams are, Dave. I mean, you know, you look at a team like St. Joseph's, I've got them only committing 4 fouls through this entire game, and Thornton has done so many things well in terms of ball movement and defense. You're not going to shut down this St. Joseph's team, and Thornton's actually done a very good job defensively.
Gene Pingator imploring his troops in the St. Joseph huddle. The Chargers have lost 1 game this year, that to Proviso East in the Proviso West Christmas tournament. Proviso East, the only undefeated team in the state of Illinois. Thornton, of course, 9-10, but their schedule will match up with just about anybody. And they're a much better team than that record indicates. Coleman, that shot was partially deflected. Second opportunity, and finally a third shot falls for Thornton. Obaya Fields, who's been on the glass well on the offensive end, has 3.
I was just going to say, Obaya Fields has been a big spark plug for Thornton.
Lob to Aker in the post, off to Musacchio, 18-footer, good.
You know, I just love the discipline that St. Joseph's plays with. I mean, sure, this is an up-tempo team, but they're so disciplined.
Missing that shot, Bradford of Thornton, and St. Joseph looking to run the other way. Wardlaw!
You know, I've just got one word to describe what we just saw. Playground. Those are the type of moves that you design out on the playground with your friends. Unbelievable. I never
No
designed
natural
them,
reason why that should happen, I'll tell you. Only great athletic ability makes a play like that. Again, the racehorse play, but Thornton can't get the roll. Rodney Horton just couldn't get that shot to fall, and at the other end, a foul on Molis. Reaching in on Coleman. Derek Molis will be playing college ball next year. He has signed a letter of intent to play at Fordham University. And his father, Wayne, a former member of the New York Knicks. His brother Brian plays at Northern Illinois. A lot of
I was wondering that.
A lot of good genes around St. Joseph. Ahmad Fields connects for his 3rd and 4th points of the night, and it's 58-49. Thornton just staying in this game as best they can.
And there's a lot of time in this game, less than half a minute in the 3rd quarter, and if they keep springing Fields, if he can keep getting open like that, he'll hit his share, and Thornton will stay in the ball game. St. Joseph's doing a wise thing here, just milking the clock, trying to go out with a flurry in the 3rd quarter.
Aker catches far from the bucket, 6 seconds. Molis, he tried to drive, and just a little miscommunication. Wardlaw tried to get out of the way, but Molis lost the ball off his teammate. There we get a good look at Sam Camelli in his 10th year at Thornton, and Gene Pingator in the foreground. Long distance, around and out from half court by Allen. What better way to end an excellent 3rd quarter? This is the Chicago Tribune, Continental Cablevision High School Basketball Game of the Week. And right now, St. Joseph leading by 9.